Star Wars Outlaws has been under heavy criticism in the months leading up to its release, and now that we're less than a month away, Ubisoft is going all out in a desperate way to try to get people to buy this game. We know they've had a lot of controversies with the two games they've yet to release this year, Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadows. But when it comes to Star Wars Outlaws, it seems like the more we see of this game, the more problems people find with it. But you can even go back a couple months ago when they dropped the first story trailer, got obliterated by the fan base, nearly 200,000 dislikes to less than 50,000 likes. And in the recent weeks, as we've seen the different final gameplay trailers, it's gotten obliterated for what seems to be an unfinished, messy game. We saw this exclusive 10 minutes of gameplay from IGN that got obliterated by a fan base for some of just the shoddy looking graphics that people, it's hard to believe that this is a AAA game in 2024, almost 100,000 dislikes to 13,000 likes, and it did not get better just a few days ago. The final preview for Star Wars Outlaws, where IGN told you that it's just amazing, you should really go out and get this game, we promise. It's not because we're getting exclusive footage and exclusive access. 3,000 likes to 16,000 dislikes as more and more clips emerge. But right now, the director doesn't want to talk about all of those bad reactions, and apparently they don't want to talk about anything when it comes to the negative feedback for this game, including what they appeared to do to the main character. Star Wars Outlaws director, bad faith discourse about protagonist's appearance not worth engaging in. There's no nuance and no possibility of real dialogue. Star Wars Outlaws creative director Julian Garridy, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, isn't interested in entertaining bad faith conversations about the upcoming Ubisoft games protagonist Kay Vess. As previews for the upcoming open world title rolled around this week, and I just to be clear, I've seen a wide variety of different reactions to this game. Some of them have good things to say, some of them have a lot of bad things to say and are kind of caging it in what appears to be a positive way to not completely put Ubisoft on blast. There certainly are real problems with the gameplay when it comes to what we've seen so far. But obviously the controversy goes far beyond just what we've seen in the game and also what appeared to be Ubisoft's agenda with this. Kay is meant to be approachable, a petty thief who ends up barreling through this story, making decisions centered with a lot of humor, humility, and toughness. That's what's important to me. And she's beautiful. Come on. Well, then that must be important to you as well, but that is one of the things. One of the major controversies has been how the game model looks based on what the actual real life model, how she looks. And look at this beautiful girl who has changed a little bit. Maybe you wanted to make her more approachable. That tends to be what we see, right? We hear that we want her to be approachable, so we uglify her. This is not just the only example. Ubisoft transformed a beautiful female model, Umberly Gonzalez, into literally a broom for Star Wars Outlaws. Here's another comparison right here from Hypnotic. Western developers be like, it's accurate, bruh. And obviously, when you are scanning these faces, it's never going to be exactly perfect one-to-one. But it seems like this is a problem we typically have when it's about female characters as opposed to male characters. Cal Kestis certainly looks a lot like his in real-life model, doesn't he? But the director doesn't want to engage with that. It makes no sense to me, and it's not worth engaging in. If you engage with bad faith people, there's no nuance, no possibility of real dialogue. So all we can do is make the best game possible. Now, this is following Ubisoft when asked questions about this game that appeared to not be finished. At an investor's call, they tried to push off everything. They said, oh, no worries, it's perfectly fine, the game's gone gold, and it's just going to be fantastic. We know Star Wars is a great selling brand. They really refused to address some of the major problems that people have had with this game and the gameplay itself, in addition to all of the other controversies surrounding it. And I get it. Listen, they're trying to do damage control. Well, we don't want to engage with these people. We don't want to talk about the bad gameplay, but we also don't want to talk about these other things that people are talking about. We just want everyone to tell us how great this game is. I'm not sure if that's going to work. When you look at some of the backlash that this has, right? This is not just a handful of people out there. This is repeatedly over the course of several months, fans looking at what they're giving us and saying, we do not want this. This does not look good. And it doesn't look like the game is actually finished and ready to be released. But I suppose we will see the massive amounts of money that we're charging for these pre-order bonuses and stuff. I don't know if people are going to cough that up for this game at this point in time. It is Ubisoft, massive company. It is Star Wars, massive brand. But is the engagement really where they want it for this? Just a couple weeks out from release? I don't think so. What do you guys think about this? The drama continuing to get worse for Star Wars Outlaws as the director says, we don't want to talk about this anymore. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.